Hi, welcome back to my statistic class. So today we're going to talk about what is a well-designed experiment. So here's an example. It's about a chia seed. So in one 2009 study, a team of researchers recruited 38 men and divided them randomly into two groups, a treatment group or control group. They also recruited 38 women and they randomly placed half of these participants into the treatment group and the other half into a control group. One group was given 25 grams of chia seed twice a day, and the other was given a placebo. The subjects volunteered to be part of the study. After 12 weeks, the scientists found no significant differences between the groups in appetite or weight loss. So, let's learn some concept. What is treatment group and describe the treatment group. So, treatment group is the group receive the treatment. Whose effect the researchers interested in. Okay, so in this case, what would be our treatment group? It will be, so what does the researcher interested in? So we want to see if chia seed will have effect on weight loss, right? So that means the treatment group should be the 90 men and the 19 women who are taking the chia seed. Okay, so what is control group? The control group is the group not receiving the treatment, or they receive either no treatment or standard treatment whose effect is already known, such as placebo. Oops. So in our example, what will be the control group? So the control groups will be what? The 90 men and the other 90 men and the other 19 women who are taking placebo. This is our control group. So has binding been used? So there's two type of binding, single binding and double binding. So single binding means the participant doesn't know that they're taking placebo. Double binding means the researchers and the participant they both don't know which one is which. Okay, so is this a binding experiment? Did they mention it? No, they just say they randomly place into half of the group. So no, this is not a blinding experiment. Okay. Has random assign been used? Yes, because it mentioned here they divide them randomly into two groups. So yes. It states randomly select and randomly assign into two groups. Okay, so the D is, has blocking been used? What is blocking variable? So blocking variable is some variable that has an effect on the experiment's outcome, but itself has no interest in, such as the coexistence of other disease and the other medication being used and the consumption of a certain food. So these are considered the blocking variable. So in this case, we do have a blocking variable. Let me write it down. What is blocking variable? So the definition of a blocking variable is some variables that have effect on the experiment's outcome. So in our case, gender would be our blocking variable. Okay, what is the response variable? So I already told you, the response variable is something that was measured, including the units. So what is we are trying to measure? Well, in this example, we are trying to measure the appetite and their weight. So when we including the unit, so when we measure the appetite, maybe we're trying to measure how many food they consume or how many weight they lost, which is the pounds. Weight maybe it's pound, appetite maybe it's how many grams of food they've been intaking or calories. Okay, F. Can we generalize the conclusion to the population at large? Yes, because this is a random controlled experience. So that means we can draw a meaningful conclusion. That means this is a really well-designed experiment. It would be nicer if it's double-blinded, but this is good enough. Okay, so what are the key factors for a well-designed experience? So it has had control group and treatment group are formed through the random selection. Random, that's really important when it comes to statistics. And then the environment of the control and treatment group should be the same, with differences being the treatment. Such as you can't just have the treatment group are all men's and then the control group are all women's. So gender could be a lurking variable or confounding variable to affect the results. And then third, placebo is used with the control group. And then also, the fourth factor is if a placebo is used, some level of bonding should be implemented. So it would be better because sometimes you will have placebo effect. It would be better that hey, the control group doesn't know that they're taking placebo, which is a single blinded experiment. Those are the key factors for a well-designed experiment. So let me know if you have other questions. I'll see you next time.